Alright, guys, back again. Sorry for the delay, um, but I'm back to finish off section 16. Um, and As you saw, this one comes from my friend Myron Thomas, and he pits the likes of the daughter of Captain Mar-Vell, Phyla-Vell from Marvel Comics, versus Star Sapphire member Fatality. Yeah, uh, Phyla-Vell versus Star Sapphire. Uh, I like this fight. So let's start off with Phyla-Vell. Now, for all those who don't know who she is a member of the Guardians of the Galaxy, or was. She is the lover of Moondragon. She also is the daughter of the original Captain Mar-Vell from the Kree Empire. However, she is actually a clone. Actually, so she is an eternal Kree hybrid. Very intelligent, a little kind of cocky. She trained very rapidly, very quickly. Everything came to her just like that. Like, she was able to do a lot of things. Now, like any Kree hybrid, she has superhuman strength, durability. She can fly, and she was even at one time Quasar and Captain Mar-Vell. But she possesses the nega bands. They're kind of like the quantum bands, like Quasar has, but those are given to her by her birthright. Those are hers. And besides all that, they can make constructs as well. Some of her favorites are these quantum swords that she likes to make. She likes to make these swords that also uses as a shield as well. She can also absorb energy, kind of like, and redirect it back at you, like Carol Danvers and people like that. She's a very underrated character, but very powerful. And you've probably seen her once, guys, in Earth's Mightiest Heroes Avengers, but they kind of really deliberated, watered her down a lot. But she's a very powerhouse indeed, highly respected in my opinion. So we move on to her combatant in this, and we're talking about Fatality of the Star Sapphires. Myron didn't specifically tell me which Star Sapphire he wanted. I was gonna go with Carol Ferris, but I was like, let me go with a different somebody who would be really up to stick with Phyla-Vell. So I went with Fatality. Fatality at one point was a hunter of the Green Lanterns, and she was also a Green Lantern, Sinestro Corps member. She is also the girlfriend of John Stewart. And like any Star Sapphire, well, now that she is a Star Sapphire, her power derives of love. You know, it's pretty much love that powers her up. But like any Star Sapphire, she is a little different than a lot of them. For example, she has trained in hand-to-hand combat before anything else. Like, before she even became a Star Sapphire. She's very headstrong, but very much, how can I put it? She's very much confident of her abilities. And like most things, she can make constructs and things like that, of course, as well. And having the power of love kind of gives her a little bit of extra boost in a sense. But she's still a cool character. She is a very good member of the Star Sapphire, and her constructs are very powerful, and highly intelligent as well. So she's got everything you want. Brains, beauty, and power. So we move on to the fight. All right, so let's talk about this battle. We got two very powerful, very intelligent individuals that we mainly see out in their respective outer space universe. You know, Fatality rarely comes to Earth, and Phyla-Vell rarely comes to Earth as well, most of the time. But this is really about, and not just hand-to-hand combat, because both of these girls can grapple with the best. Power is wise. Could Star Sapphire Fatality's constructs be powerful enough to handle the nega bands of Phyla-Vell? Phyla-Vell, you know, could Phyla absorb any of, you know, Fatality's abilities and send them directly back at her at more strength that she's conducting? It does come down to durability. It does come down to intelligence. Who would make the first mistake? As always, that's pretty much in all fights. You know, who makes the first mistake and who's going to capitalize on it. Both of these girls have trained very young, at a young age. They're very skilled. I might see this as a draw, guys. That's just me. But what about you guys? Phyla-Vell, Captain Mar-Vell's daughter, or Fatality of the Star Sapphires? And I hope you guys enjoyed this fight. This was from my friend from the Great White North, Myron Thomas. I was a pleasure to do it for him, no problem, as always. I enjoyed this fight, you know, because this is I got to use characters, well, one character that I've never used in a while. I haven't used in my fantasy fights, and I have a lot of respect for Phyla-Vell. And of course, I do love many of the Star Sapphire members. But once again, show some love to Myron Thomas. This was his baby. He created. I'm just the guy that delivered it for him. And I will see you guys with the next fight later on, which pits Amazo versus Ultron. And that comes from 58632 HHH. So I'll see you guys then. And you guys take care.